There is a quiet power inside you, my dear friends, one that doesn't shout for attention, but whispers in moments when others are too loud to listen. Maybe you've noticed how you sense the emotions of a room before a single word is spoken, or how you can comfort someone with nothing more than your presence. Perhaps you thought it was just being nice or just being empathetic. But what if I told you it might be something far deeper, something rare, something called emotional intelligence? And what if I also told you you may have it without even knowing it? In this video, we are going to explore 7 surprising signs that reveal you possess emotional intelligence, even if you've never thought of yourself that way before. We will talk about the subtle ways it shows up in your conversations, in your decisions, in the way you handle conflict, and even in the way you treat yourself. You may find that these traits have been a quiet strength in your life all along, shaping the way people feel around you, shaping the way you handle challenges, and guiding your path in ways you never realized. So stay with me till the end, my dear friends. And if you find yourself nodding along or learning something new about who you are, consider subscribing to Hidden Minds, where we uncover the truths about the mind and heart that can change the way you see yourself forever. My dear friends, one of the first signs is that you listen, truly listen, not just to the words people say, but to the feelings hidden between those words. You notice the tremble in someone's voice, the pause before they answer, the slight shift in their tone, and without even thinking about it, you adjust your own response to make them feel understood and safe. Another sign is your ability to stay calm when emotions run high. While others may react quickly, you take a breath, you hold space for the moment. You think before you speak. Not because you are avoiding conflict, but because you know that words spoken in anger can leave wounds that take years to heal. You've learned that silence can be more powerful than shouting, and empathy more lasting than pride. You also find yourself being the person people come to when they need advice. Even if you never asked for that role, friends, colleagues, even strangers feel comfortable sharing their problems with you, not because you always have the answers, but because they feel heard. They feel that you won't judge them, that you will hold their truth gently and keep it safe. A fourth sign is your awareness of your own emotions. You notice when you're stressed, when you're excited, when you're hurt, and you give those feelings space instead of burying them. You understand that emotions are signals, not weaknesses, and that accepting them is the first step toward handling them in a healthy way. And finally, my dear friends, you often sense the emotional needs of a group, whether it's in a workplace, at a gathering, or among friends. You can feel when the mood shifts, when someone is being left out, when tension rises, and you subtly adjust your behavior to bring harmony back. It's a quiet art, one you may not even realize you're practicing, but it makes you the kind of person others naturally trust and respect. My dear friends, when you have emotional intelligence but don't realize it, people start to lean on you more than you notice. They come to you in moments of crisis. They expect you to listen, to comfort, to guide. And while this can be a gift, it can also become a silent burden. You may find yourself absorbing the emotions of others like a sponge, carrying their pain as if it were your own. And over time, this weight can become exhausting without you even realizing why you feel so drained. Another hidden damage is the tendency to put your own emotions aside. You become so focused on understanding others that you neglect to check in with yourself. Days pass where you've listened to everyone else's struggles, yet you haven't shared your own. You keep telling yourself you're fine, but inside, unspoken feelings begin to pile up, creating a quiet heaviness in your heart. You may also face misunderstandings, my dear friends, because when you handle situations with calmness and grace, people sometimes assume you are unaffected. They may think you don't need support, that you're always okay, and so they stop asking how you are. They forget that even the strongest shoulders need someone to lean on. This emotional invisibility can lead to loneliness, even when you're surrounded by people. Over time, this can create a subtle burnout. Your mind becomes tired from constant empathy, your body feels heavier from stress that doesn't even belong to you, and your spirit starts craving space to breathe without recognizing it. You might start avoiding calls, skipping social events, or withdrawing from the very connections you once nurtured so deeply. And perhaps the most silent damage is that you start doubting yourself. When others offload their problems onto you, you sometimes wonder if you are truly helping or just taking on more than you can handle. This self-doubt can eat away at your confidence, slowly making you question the very qualities that make you special. So my dear friends, if any of this feels familiar, stay with me, because in the next part we will talk about how to protect this gift, how to keep your emotional intelligence a source of strength without letting it drain your soul. And if you find value in this journey, consider subscribing so we can walk this path together. My dear friends, the first step in protecting your emotional intelligence is recognizing it, naming it, and owning it. When you understand that your ability to connect deeply with others is not just kindness, but a skill, you begin to treat it with the respect it deserves. This awareness allows you to set boundaries without guilt, to know when to listen and when to step back, to give compassion without giving away your entire emotional energy. One of the most powerful tools you can use is intentional self-care, not the kind that is rushed or half-hearted, but moments where you truly recharge. Whether it's sitting quietly with a book, taking a walk alone, meditating, or journaling your thoughts, these moments allow your mind to release what it has been carrying for others, making space for your own emotions to be heard and healed. Another key is learning to say no with kindness, my dear friends. Emotional intelligence does not mean saying yes to every request. It means understanding your limits and honoring them. When you respectfully decline situations that will overwhelm you, you are not being selfish. You are preserving your strength so you can show up fully when it matters most. A healthy no today can make room for a stronger yes tomorrow. It is also important to surround yourself with people who understand your depth, who not only take from your emotional presence, but also give back. Seek out friends, mentors, or communities that allow you to share openly without judgment. People who listen as deeply to you as you do to them. This mutual exchange keeps the balance in your relationships, ensuring that you are not always the one carrying the emotional weight. And finally, remember that emotional intelligence thrives when it is guided by self-awareness and reflection. Check in with yourself often. Ask how you are feeling, what you need, and what you want to release. The more you practice this, the more you will find that your gift becomes lighter to carry and brighter to share, my dear friends. This is how you keep your emotional intelligence a source of strength, not a silent burden. And if you've found these words helpful, do like, share, and subscribe so we can continue exploring the hidden sides of the mind together. My dear friends, emotional intelligence is one of those rare treasures that doesn't just change your life. It changes the lives of everyone around you. It is the quiet hand that steadies someone in a storm, the warm presence that makes people feel seen, the calm voice that turns conflict into understanding. If you have seen yourself in these signs, even in small ways, know that you carry a gift the world needs. But remember, even the brightest light needs time to rest, to renew, to shine again. Protect your heart as much as you open it. Listen to yourself as deeply as you listen to others, and give yourself the same kindness you so freely give away. In doing so, you will not only keep your strength alive, but also inspire others to treat their own hearts with the same respect. So as you move forward, my dear friends, hold this truth close. You have something powerful within you, something worth cherishing. And if these words have touched you, I would love for you to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to Hidden Minds, so together we can continue exploring the unseen beauty of the human mind and heart.